So I'm standing 3 feet from third base, and I'm watching the foul ball go over my new teammates' heads. When I do the worst thing that any 11-year-old boy in the history of 11-year-old boys has ever done. I pee in my pants. And I'm the new kid here, just moved up from Downingtown, Pennsylvania to Wilbraham, Massachusetts. And being a new kid is not easy. I left a home in a town that I loved, where everyone knew my name and I knew theirs. I even knew their nicknames. Like when the kids were talking about egg on toast, I knew they were talking about my buddy, Richard Egon. And I could find my way home from anywhere back there, any trail I was riding my bike on, my buddies' houses. Now, I don't even know where my home is. All because my dad got a promotion. And now I am the new kid in a new town, learning hard lessons the hard way. Here's a lesson I learned fast. In Wilbraham, Massachusetts, boys only wear cut-off shorts when they go to a pool party. About 3 weeks after getting here, I get invited to a 5th grade pool party. I show up, and within a minute, Beth Donnelly is pointing towards me, and a wave of laughter tsunamis through the pool. Because all the boys are wearing cut-off shorts, and I am proudly sporting my Speedo. Because that's what kids wore in Pennsylvania. But here's what's worse. My Speedo was floral, fluorescent, and hot pink. I quickly learned that in Lord of the Fly, Wilbraham, you can have friends or you can have a hot pink Speedo, but you cannot have both. I learned that if you ask for a hoagie, you get laughed at. But if you ask for a grinder, you get fed. I learned that dads change. Mine certainly did. After a couple of weeks, he would come home from work. He wouldn't talk to me. He would just walk into the house and stare at me as I was playing with the neighborhood kids. Maybe he was confused because I wasn't playing with egg on toast. Or maybe he was missing his friends too. So Mom signs me up for baseball, which brings me to here, 3 feet from third base. It's my first game. I'm wearing my brand new uniform. I've never had a uniform before. Flannel pants, flannel shirt. Next to me is Matt, the Bully Brown. He's playing third base. He's staring at me with his beady bully eyes. I do not know this kid, but I heard him being whispered about my teammates. And up to bat is Dan Matthews, and Dan swings and fouls the ball off. Well, this is the ball that I'm staring at. And behind me is Coach Brown. And he's saying, tag up, tag up, tag up. But I don't tag up because I know the ball is not going to be caught. Instead, I stand and I watch it go over my teammates' heads. John Devine, Chuck Stark, Dan Murphy, or Johnny and Chucky and Murph if you're their friends, but I haven't earned that right yet. They don't even know my name. They just call me hey or what's up. And then it happens. Coach Brown grabs me by the back and he pulls me backwards and he says, when I say tag up, I mean tag up. And then I'm so startled, I pee in my pants. And I'm not talking about a trickle here. I am talking about the flood of the Euphrates. Noah's fucking ark. 40 days and 40 nights. This is biblical, and there's no place for me to hide. It is just me and the stains that shame me. Me, the kid in search of home. Me, the kid with the pink Speedo. Me with the dad standing over there alone watching. And somehow, no one notices this stain. And with the next pitch, it goes way over the catcher's head. It rolls all the way to the backstop. And I can walk home if I want to. But I want to run. And I run from the bully, and I run from Coach Brown, and I run from the Speedo, and I run from being unknown and unnamed and nervous. I run like a fucking rocket, and I slide into home bait, and I put all the dirt I can, and finally, I stand up, and I face whatever is coming my way. And there, with their arms extended because we just won the game, is Johnny and Chucky and Murph. And they're calling my name. And I think that maybe I have found my way safely home.